James, thoughts on another win for Tottenham in Europe?
Yeah, another one ticked off. Obviously, a lot of people are talking about the new format and what it's going to take to get through, etc. But that's 3 and 3 now, 9 points, puts us in a very good position. And yeah, another win at home in front of our fans in Europe, great night. So yeah, really happy.
So what was that conversation with Richarlison for the pen? You've got it in your hands, you're claiming it. What's the thought process?
Yeah, well, initially we both wanted to take it. I'm a senior player, I was the captain today. I was going to take the penalty, and then a little thought in my head of obviously had like a little, when I stood there, had a little conversation with myself and just thought, Richie's come back from an injury. It can be difficult, especially for a striker. I knew that last year as well when I had a long injury. It took me a while to get my first goal, and that really gives confidence. So a split-second decision to let him take it, and that'll do him the world of good. So yeah.
He hasn't let you down there, has he? Is that what being a captain is all about, do you think?
Yeah, just leadership, yeah. Obviously, I wore the armband tonight, which is a huge honour. But even if I wasn't the captain or like didn't have the armband as the title, I still like to think I'd make decisions that's best for the team, and thought that would be best if Richie took it. And he's a good penalty taker, so it was no thought about that, whether he'd be able to get the job done. But hopefully that gives him a big boost, yeah.
Can we talk about Mikey Moore, your teammate, on his home debut, especially the start of the second half? That period he had where he's demanding the ball. Is that what you see in training day in, day out? Is he that confident a young player?
Well, yeah, from minute 45 to 65, I thought we had Neymar on the left wing. He was brilliant. He just demanding the ball, fearless, you know, that young, fearless mentality. And you never want to take that away from him. He's a young kid, he's a brilliant lad, he's a lovely boy, he takes on information, and he's got bags of ability. So I'll be there as an older player, hopefully with some wise words to help him along the way, but he's got all the ability. Just about knuckling down and keep working hard, which he does, to be fair to him.
James, thank you very much. Well done tonight.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, James Maddison giving that penalty to Richarlison. It could have gone wrong, but Richarlison stepped up to score the only goal in that 1-0 win. He said it felt like they had Neymar on the wing tonight after that special performance from Mikey Moore in the second half. Side, and this is what it means for the table. Just 3 sides with perfect records so far. Lazio and Elect as well alongside Tottenham at the moment in that league. Lazio top on goal difference, but Spurs in a brilliant position to qualify from this with 5 games left to play. And we're delighted to say we are joined right now by Lucas Bergvall as well after that victory for Spurs. Lucas, thank you very much for joining us. We've just been looking at that league table. 3 really good wins now for Tottenham. How do you feel about that performance and the position it puts you in that Europa League?
Of course, it's not easy to play this type of game, but 3 games, 3 wins, so really happy for that.
And what about your own performance? How do you feel your game is developing here at Tottenham?
No, it's good. Sometimes better, sometimes it's not that good, but today I feel like the whole team made a good performance and me as well, so really happy for that, just to keep going and focus on Sunday.
You obviously had a very frustrating night in that first game as well, when you had to be subbed off following the red card. You looked very disappointed on the bench, but since had the opportunities in the other 2 games. How pleased are you with the opportunities that you're getting in European competition?
Of course, I'm really happy to get these chances. You know, just 18 years old, come from the Swedish league. It's a big difference. So training with the boys every day and getting better. So happy to get these chances.
Lucas, congratulations on tonight.
Thank you.
You were obviously very pleased to be a part of the penalty, yeah, and great run. And do you feel a little bit more at home within the squad? Yeah,
of course. The guys has been so good to me, and especially Deki to help me come into the team. And now I'm just getting started. You know, this first month, getting used to it, and then just keep going.
Lucas, you mentioned it there, just 18 years old. How much do you feel trusted and supported and confident when given the opportunity by the manager?
No, I'm really happy for that. You can see on the right side today with me, Mike and Archie. It's young players, but it doesn't matter if you're young. If you're good enough, you're going to play. And today I think we prove it.
And what is the support like from the senior players as well, the likes of Son and James Maddison, who wore the armband tonight?
No, top player. You train with them every day and against them. So just look at them and they're so good. So you can learn from them every day and get it better.
Lucas, thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, 3 young players out there tonight. Glenn, we'll talk more about Mikey Moore in a minute, but what did you think of Lucas Bergvall this evening?
Yeah, I thought tonight was the first time I'd seen him feel accomplished with the ball. His passing was excellent, particularly the one to Werner in the first half, outside of his right foot. And that's, you know, he's only 18 years of age and they have the confidence to hit them passes. And I thought it was the first time I felt he looked at home in the shirt and with the players around him. Probably helped that he had the 2 youngsters out there on the right-hand side as well. But he did look as if he'd just stepped up a little bit from what I've seen so far. It's been a bit stop-start for him, with a couple of injuries and then obviously being yanked off after the send-off.
He was gutted,
He
wasn't
was
he?
gutted, you know, we all felt for him. But no, I think there's a lot more to come from the kid, that's for sure. I just hope he hasn't had an injury there. He had to come off with a hamstring. Just hope it was a bit of cramp.
Yeah, hopefully nothing too serious. And let's have a look at the foul on him that led to the goal for Tottenham and the award of the penalty.
Yeah, I think it was initially a really good run from Bergvall and Maddison. You know, we talked about Maddison making higher runs in behind. You see it here. Great initial run from Bergvall and Maddison leads to the penalty. But that initial run in behind AZ, I think, was important for Tottenham to do. There was a lot of play in front of AZ in the first half. That initial run leads to the penalty. And then I always find it very embarrassing when this happens, Glenn. when players are sort of fighting over who should take the penalty. I mean, Maddison's the penalty taker. He's the designated penalty taker. It's the captain. He's got to take it. Nice and, you know, nice leadership and all that, but I'm not sure if Richarlison doesn't score, it puts a lot of pressure on him, and then the manager then starts asking questions about why he didn't take it. So.
What would you have made of all of that as a manager, Glenn? It looked like he talked him down initially and then changed his mind.
Exactly. He had a little look and then he thought to himself, hey, listen, only James knows whether he thought about that and about his injury and being out, giving him some confidence getting the goal. But if he misses it, that's the difference. If he missed it, we had a problem early in the season with Chelsea and Jackson. And for me as a manager, I always had a designated penalty taker and somebody, you know, that was it. If you named it before the game, that was it.
And if they went against it?
Oh, if they went against it, I wouldn't be happy. And even if they scored, I wouldn't be happy, to be honest. But at the end of the day, that's the reason why you have set plays. You organise corners and free kicks and everything. You organise a set play for a penalty. Of course you do. So I don't get that. I mean, the fact that he scored is great. That's fantastic, and it's the difference between winning the game. But I don't know. That to me is a bit unprofessional. You've got to designate your man, your best man, on the pitch. If that player's taken off or he's injured, then there might be a scenario where you leave it to the players. But that one it only works out if you score.
Is it good leadership knowing how long he's been out, that he needed that goal, he needed that confidence?
Listen, it ends up being well because he scored, but you put more pressure on. I think you put more pressure on the person who's not the penalty taker. So you've got to step up. I think the leadership there for Maddison is taking the penalty. You are the designated penalty taker. But look, he said he wanted to help Richarlison, give him a bit of confidence. We talked about he needs to run in the game, but yeah, I'm not sure. You put a lot of pressure on Richarlison there, and look, it's a great penalty in the end. Very confident with the Panaka, but designated penalty takers are there for a reason.
What could it do for his season, though? We saw the reaction from his teammates at the end, celebrating with him.
That's easy after the event when they've scored and the penalty's gone in, they've won the game and they're having a crack, and that's a part of team spirit. But it would have been totally different if he'd have missed it. But it will give him a bit of confidence. He's off the mark again after his injury. There is that side of things. But whether James had actually in that split second looked at the gut and thought about all that, fair dues to him if he has done. But for me, from the manager's point of view, I just think as a manager, I always wanted the team to know who's the designated penalty taker.
It all worked out in the end
It
for
did.
Tottenham, thankfully. Mikey Moore, James Maddison, in his post-match interview, said he felt like he had Neymar on the left wing tonight.
It's a compliment to Neymar, I think.
No pressure on the young lad.
Yeah, what a performance. Brilliant performance. And Maddison mentioned it there, fearlessness. You know, Glenn's talked about how he's always on the move. I love the low centre of gravity. I love players like this because you don't know what they're going to do next. In, out, inside, outside, and then he's got the vision to pick out a brilliant pass there. He's unlucky, actually, to not come out of the game with a goal. Obviously, first half, he probably should have scored. But when you're faced up like this, you know, you want players to be really, really confident, have the vision to be able to put the balls in the box, play with the other players, connect. I just love his confidence. You know,
but what I like about him,
whippersnapper.
Eddie, for me, is all good play. There's end product.
Yeah.
You know, you can beat people and whatever, but there's end product. He gets in behind players. He gets to the byline. Look, flash. He could have made 3 goals there within like 10 minutes. Incredible. But I really like his positivity. He's aggressive, and I mean aggressive with the ball. He runs at people instantly. He wants to take them on. Wants to get them on the back foot. And I think what he'll do as well is he'll draw other players across to him, so that people now are looking at him. He's only a young kid. If you're playing double up with him, so then there's space for other players as well. He's a very, very intelligent player in that position, and I like him on the left-hand side.
Really happy
I mean,
there.
inside on his right. Yeah.
And excites the fans here as well. He's the sort of player who can get the fans out of their seats. So are you watching him at 17 years old and thinking he can be a game changer for Tottenham going forward? He's that good.
Going forward, I mean, 17. When he's 21, that's how you've got to judge players, you know. There's a lot of ups and downs he's got to go through, but he's got natural talent. It looks like he's got the right attitude, as James Maddison said, but he's a talent that wants to go and play and just play off the cuff to a certain degree, and that's what you get when you get youngsters going. They play off the cuff, they're fearless. The test will be a little bit when he's older, but people will double up on him. They'll understand what he's all about. He's got lots of challenges ahead of him, but it's exciting. And every club, and Tottenham particularly as well, but every club, they love a homegrown, don't they? They love to see somebody come through the ranks, make it into the first team, and they'll get behind him week in and week out. They'll be talking about them in the pubs and the bars now. It'll be about Mikey Moore.
And he's going to get the opportunities with this competition, but is he also going to have to be protected?
Well, I think that's the key part, how Postecoglou uses him, you know, understanding when he can actually play him and start him, when he can bring him on and bring excitement to the game. But the belief from a manager in young players is so key, and I think he's going to have a great future at Spurs.
Yeah.